And welcome everybody to George Rogers Clark High School. We are at Cardinal Stadium here in Winchester, Kentucky. This is All-Star Classic weekend, and we are getting you set for action for the 2021 7th grade contest. Earlier today, we had the 8th grade blue and the gray game, and blue came away with a 13-7 win. And next up, here in about 7 minutes, we're going to be kicking off the 7th grade game. 7th grade white taking on 7th grade black. I'm Kevin Conley alongside KYMSFA President Adam Lantman, and we'll be bringing you all of the action today. Adam, good game in the first one as we saw blue come out on top, 13-7 in that. Not much scoring in the first three quarters, but some fireworks late in that contest.
No, yeah, it was both teams put together drives early on and moved the ball, but nobody really scored except for blue team in the beginning. But fourth quarter came around and blue returned a kickoff, and gray marched down the field and scored, and so had some excitement there at the end and a good competitive game.
Yeah, it really was, and that's what you like to see, the competitiveness. Not too many. We saw some mistakes, of course, as you normally would in a game like that with new players, new coaches, and things like that. But all in all, a pretty clean game and a lot of entertainment here on this Sunday afternoon. So as we said, blue won that one 13-7. 7th grade game coming up. Let's take a look at these two teams. First, for the 7th grade white team. Number 1, Landon Belcher is from Robert D. Campbell. Number 2, Colson Eichmann from Southern Pulaski. He's going to be one of your running backs. Number 3, Noah Flint from Elkhorn. Number 4, Houston Heath from Robert D. Campbell. Number 5, Xavier Isabel from South Oldham. Number 6, Logan Jones from Bath County. Number 7, Noah Jones from Hazard. Number 8, Dakota Millett from Ashland. Number 9, Dustin Wilson from Tenchner. Number 10, Sion Khan from Bryan Station. Number 11, Trenton Curd from Murray. Number 12, Branson Bartlett from Bath County. Number 13, Brody Dressel from North Oldham. Number 14, Declan Duncan from North Oldham. Your quarterback, number 15, Cannon Rudisil from Madison. Number 16, Evan Wexler from Jefferson County Traditional Middle School. Number 21, Gunnar Holbrook from Fleming Neon. Number 60, Elijah Biddle from R.D. Campbell. Number 61, Camden Cornwell from Grayson County. Number 62, Kyle Crouch from Bath County. Number 63, Colin Frazier from Woodford County. 67, Preston Hill from Murray. Number 73, Carter Kohler from East Oldham. Number 76, Aiden Stringer from Northern Pulaski. Number 77, Braden Talby from Robert D. Campbell. Number 82, Matthew Pelfrey, also from Robert D. Campbell. And number 86, Caleb Maynard from Johnson County. And now taking a look at your 7th grade black roster. Number 2, Nolan Flores from Christian Academy of Louisville. Number 3, Jaden Garrett from Georgetown. Number 4, Connor Lewis from Northern Pulaski. Number 6, Miles Redding from Todd County. Number 7, LaDanian Smith from Campbellsville. Number 8, Colin Winters from Murray. Number 9, Zach Young from Hazard. Number 10, John Alvarez from North Laurel. Number 11, Maddox Anderson from Grayson County. Number 15, Cameron Bonds from Southern Pulaski. Number 16, Justin Bonds from Southern Pulaski. Number 17, Xavier Brannon from R.D. Campbell. Number 18, your quarterback today, Wyatt Peters from Anderson County. Number 19, Carmelo Hill from Madison. Number 20, Gunnar Martin from Robert D. Campbell. Number 21, Caden Hubbard from Clay County. Number 22, Travis Hodges from Florence Rebels. Number 23, Bryce Millet from Stuart Pepper Middle School. Number 24, Keegan Nelson from Corbin. Number 35, Aiden Phillips from Webster County. Number 51, Scotty Mitchell from Robert D. Campbell. Number 52, Graham Claycamp from Robert D. Campbell. Number 53, Owen Howell from Murray. Number 54, Landon McFarland from Corbin. Number 56, Mateo Granados from Florence Rebels. Number 57, Abarian Dean from Robert D. Campbell. Number 58, Anakin Van Hoos from Johnson County. Number 60, Harrison McGraw from North Oldham. Number 61, William Eddington from Elkhorn. Number 64, Joseph Parton from Williamsburg. Number 66, Dalton Maynard from Ferristown. And number 80, Gage Chapman from Murray. Great opportunity, Adam, for these young kids. A lot of times, 7th grade. I know that you do the 6th grade tournament as well, but as far as All-Star Classics go, really the first time that these kids have an opportunity to get together with other kids from across the state and participate in an event like this.
Yes, no, very much so. Gives them a chance to kind of up and come and get their feet wet in the all-star type of stuff. You know, you got a lot of good 7th graders that play up on their 8th grade teams during the season. So, you know, a lot of these kids have seen, middle school varsity type time during the field, and some of them haven't. We do have a few 6th graders up here, I think, that are playing today. So that'll be interesting to see as well.
But we're getting ready. They're doing the announcements. They're announcing the players on the field right now, giving them credit for their accomplishments in making this All-Star Classic. Some of the kids not exactly sure what they're supposed to do when their name's called. 8th graders had no problem. They knew to step forward and be acknowledged, and these kids are kind of just standing there saying, "Oh, don't look at me yet."
Yeah, the difference in ages there a little bit on the kids. But, we've got 30 or so, 30, 33, 35 on each team. Once the game gets started, we'll go over the game rules with everybody watching. They're a little different from a normal middle school game. They're going to be playing 9-minute quarters here today on the All-Star event. These 7th graders are kind of a little different than the 8th grade game because there's kind of not as many. So everybody gets to play, but they're going to rotate between their offense and defensive positions a little bit and shifts and just on the plays and so forth. So everybody should get plenty of game time here, and be interesting to see what we get. You know, they got to compete here with the very strong 8th grade game we had earlier today.
Yeah, really exciting. First game of the day. Capping it off this afternoon will be the 7th grade team, and we're just waiting for the completion of the announcement of the players and the rosters. (13-7) was your final score in that first game of the day. The blue over top of the gray. (48 right now here in Winchester. The wind has been blowing all day long, so it probably feels a little bit chillier than 48 degrees out there. But the American flag down to our left has really been whipping it up during, at least since halftime of the first contest of the day.
Yep, I believe we don't have positions on our rosters, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, that there's only one kicker, and he's kicking for both teams today. So we've had that happen in the past in the 7th grade game a few years ago that old Woodford County kicker Sawyer Ford was kicking for both teams, and that game ended up being 3-0. So,
oh wow!
We definitely will see if that plays a factor in that with the kicking game. I think it affected one kick earlier in the 8th grade game.
You know, that's a lot of pressure if you're that one kicker. If you make an extra point for one team and then you come up and you miss it for the other, that's a rough position to be in.
Yeah.
And just as we say that, the wind dies down and the flag goes limp. So
it'll pick back up.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. So, like you said, 9-minute quarters in this 7th grade contest. Some augmented rules, just a little different things, especially on kickoffs and punts and things like that.
Yep. Kickoffs will be live. Kick returns will be live. Punts will be kind of dead plays. The punter will just kick it where the ball lands. That's where it ends it. PATs and field goals are no rush, but defensive line can jump up and down and try to swat at the ball, but I basically just got to stand no rush. These guys, find a 7th grade long snapper. Good luck with that in most cases and so forth. So we just kind of make it somewhat easy, somewhat simple. Again, all-star rules type of thing. But looks like we've got player introductions over with, and we are going to get started here momentarily. Again, special shout out to Keith Morgan and the Central Kentucky Officials Association for officiating today's All-Star games. Very thankful to have them to do that. Very important, very, very, very important role in these type of events is having good officials for those games.
Yep, we're just waiting on them to clear the scoreboard here. They have the 9 minutes on the clock. Just need to wipe the scores and we'll be good to go. All right, we've got our captains out there at midfield. Officials doing the coin toss right now. It looks like Black won the toss.
All right, football fans, listen up. A little crowd interaction is what we need out of you. On the count of 3, we want you to let us know the hometown that you're representing.
So White will receive to begin the contest.
All right. I like it. Now, here's what I need. On the count of 3, you're going to yell out the name of the young ball player.
And we're just about underway here for this 7th grade contest. Once again, this is the Kentucky Middle School Football Association All-Star Classic here at Cardinal Stadium on the campus of George Rogers Clark High School.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. It's all right. I've been wearing jelly bean my entire life.
They're gonna spot the White team 7 points to open the contest. No, they're really not. I'm just kidding. Have some upset parents watching us.
Yeah, no, just the scoreboard. We've getting the scoreboard set up, but they're in there trying to wear multiple hats like I am, trying to do the production and make sure everything's up and running while I'm going to try to run the camera at the same time. I get good at it for a while and then I miss a play, so I apologize in advance for that.
That's easy to do. I've done that, but tried to do play-by-play and do that before myself. It's nearly impossible to keep up with it.
Especially watching 2 different screens here, the video and 2 different delay times. And
yeah. All right, the kicker is going to be number 15, Cameron Bonds from Southern Pulaski. So we'll check and see. It could be just coincidence that he has a black jersey on right now, but we'll see if he will be kicking from both schools. And here we go. We are underway. Hits at the 31, going to be taken at the 30. Gannon Rudisil from Madison on the return. We apologize if we're mispronouncing any of these names today.
Yeah, We got lucky in the 8th grade game. We didn't have too many of them, but I see a bunch on the 7th grade list that we should have probably got pronunciation phonic typed out for some of these names, but we'll get there.
When you do your application and roster information next year, you can put that on the parent form.
Phonics.
Yeah.
Regular name, phonics name.
All right, 2 receivers near side, shotgun formation. The snap is back. Give. That's going to go to Colson Eichmann, and he's going to take it across the 30 to the 20, 15, 10, 5 touchdown. First play from scrimmage for the 7th grade White team, and that's going to go.
That's definitely one way to start off early and get some points on the board right away.
64 yards on the run for the White team from the first play from scrimmage. 6-0 your score. And just like that, the fireworks have begun here in the 7th grade game. They're going to go for 2. Snap is back. The give is to...
Same play other side. Yep.
Number 1, Landon Belcher on the carry that time. He's from Robert D. Campbell. The 2-point conversion is good. So, with 8:38 remaining, your score, 7th grade White, 8. 7th grade Black, 0.
Didn't take long. Just a nice open outside run there and just down the field and scored. So, it'll be interesting to see what Team Black comes back with here on offense.
Yeah, just the speed on the edge that time, and just turned the corner, and no one could get a good angle on him to bring him down. So Eichmann dents the end zone first for 7th grade White.
Sometimes that's a difference when you get into the 6th and the 7th grade levels. Just flat one-player speed or getting them in open space can be all the difference in the world. But in the 8th grade level, there's more of them at that level and can close the gap quicker on defense.
Right. Looks like we might have a different kicker this time. Eichmann may be doing the kicking for the White team. And he is. Colson Eichmann will kick off. It's a little bit Mr. Everything for Team White so far. Good kick. Down to the 25. It's muffed and picked up at the 25 and then hit and taken down. That was Justin Bonds from Southern Pulaski on the return. Fumbled it for just a moment, able to regain it, and then is hit immediately after he picks it up. So the Black team will take over on their own 24-yard line. So Wyatt Peters will come out as quarterback for Anderson County. From Anderson County, rather, for the Black team. So they break the huddle. One receiver goes to the far side. Peters is going to come up under center. 2 receivers in the backfield, stacked behind Peters. They fake the give. They're going to throw out in the flat, complete. Nice run after catch that time. That was complete to Cameron Bonds.
That was out those numbers. Out here in Black, number 35. That is Aiden Phillips.
Oh, maybe it was 35 then. So if that was the case, Aiden Phillips picks up 11 on the reception. So Black comes out throwing. 2 receivers near side. 2 backs in the backfield, stacked behind Peters. They give this time to number 7, LaDanian Smith from Campbellsville. He's down the sideline. He's across the 40, the 35, and pushed out of bounds at the 34-yard line. So LaDainian Smith from Campbellsville is going to pick up chunk yardage on that play, picking up a first down for the 7th grade black team. The ball will be spotted at the 33-yard line of 7th grade white. First and 10. Peters under center. Takes the snap. The give. Off tackle left side. Chased down from behind. That's going to be number 80, Gage Chapman. And he picks up about 6 yards on the play. Brings up second down and 4. Matthew Pelfrey and Dakota Millett on the stop for Team White. 6:53 on a moving clock here in the first quarter. Team White on top, 8-0. Give, second man through. That is LaDainian Smith on the carry again. Gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd and 2. So Pelfrey's name is being called quite a bit on defense so far. 3rd and 2. The black team shuffling some players in and out of the huddle. Wyatt Peters brings in the play from the sideline. So Aiden Phillips splits wide to the far side. Peters turns, gives, first man through. That's number 57. A Berrien Dean plows his way down to the 17-yard line.
And that carry out to move the chains for a black. First down.
Dean from Robert D. Campbell just got his pad squared and went down the field. .520 on a moving clock here first quarter. The white team scored in their opening possession, actually the first play from scrimmage. Black team using a methodical drive to march it down the field. Peters takes the snap, gives the toss. That is to Smith. He's at the 10. He's at the 5, and he's going to take it into the end zone. That's going to be a 13-yard touchdown run off of the toss from Peters. So we'll see if they go for 2 or kick it here. But with 4:58 remaining in the first quarter, Team Black is on the board. Your score 8-6 with the extra point pending. 8-6 as Team Black answers with a drive of their own after Team White scored to begin the contest. And they're going to go for 2. Peters takes the snap. Turns, gives to a Berrien Dean, and Dean is not going to get in. So 8-6 your score with 4:58 left in the first quarter. So 2 drives, Adam, 2 scores so far. 1 for white team, 1 for black team. This is shaping up to be a shootout today.
That's all right. That's good. That's good. Both teams got the goose eggs are off the board, and both teams are scoring. So if you're going to have it, either a good defensive game, be tight and close, or let's have a shootout and be close and see what happens here.
That's right. Maybe a 36-30 or something like that. I think we are cursed, Adam. Actually, with the scoreboard.
I don't know. This time it wasn't. So we had some issues. The scoreboard here at GRC keeps flickering off and on, and And they've got over there in the scoreboard booth, little window there. It had been every time the PA guy had gotten up from his chair, it was turning off, but he was already away, and this time it's flickered off and on. So now we're not sure. Maybe it's just doing its own thing. These wireless remotes on these things sometimes do whatever they want to do, and don't comply.
So a little pooch kick from the black team.
A big return. This kick is going to be down on the spot.
Taken that time by Dakota Millett, and he fielded it and just fell to the turf. So Colson Eichmann, he scored first play from scrimmage on the last drive. We'll see what they run this time. Getting some different players in there. Landon Belcher coming out. Dakota Millett coming out. Looks like a different quarterback in this time. Number 21, Gunnar Holbrook from Fleming Neon. Takes the snap. Gives to number 16, Evan Wexler. He runs over someone at the 40-yard line. Takes it down to the 37.
Yeah, Wexler's a JCTMS kid out of Louisville. Very good kid, very disciplined kid. So good to see him get a nice first down carry there.
So that was good for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Two receivers split to the near side, one to the far. Shotgun formation. Met in the backfield. Wexler nowhere to go that time, as Mateo Granados, the Florence Rebels, comes up and makes the big hit. 14 black. That's going to be a loss of 5 yards on the play. Going to be 2nd and 15.
Nice defensive stop there. Definitely reading the play. That helps to make a nice 2nd and long for your defense. Give a little bit of breathing room for them.
Noah Jones from Hazard split wide to the near side. They're going to give to number 3, Noah Flint. Flint trying to find the edge, and he does. He's across the 25 to the 20, 15, 10, and going to be knocked out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Noah Flint on the big run.
Normally offenses are the ones that struggle in this in the beginning because, it just takes more to put them together. But this game looks like the defenses are going to be struggling, and the scoreboard operator over there is going to be busy.
Already we have seen 1, 2, 3, 4 different running backs touch the ball for team wide.
No, that's good. Everybody seems to be getting their carries and getting their yards. That's what we want to see to a point, But we also want to see the guys making the tackles and a few defensive stops now and again.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of the opportunities that they're being given and really piling up some yards early in this one. We have a timeout called by Team Black. 3:11 remaining in the first quarter. 8-6 your score. Team White on top of Team Black. I believe that was called by Team Black. They want to talk about this and see if they can come up with something defensively.
Yep, probably a good idea. Take a little time here, just kind of let the players relax a little bit. Everybody calm down and figure out what they're going to do to not let Team White here score and get the ball back, and then fix some things, correct it. A lot of this is just about adjustments. The teams don't know what the other team's really going to be doing, and again, these players only had basically 5-6 hours of practice yesterday, and that's about it. So it's not like a normal game. It's everybody's figuring it out together.
So the defensive pressure that time gets back to Gunnar Holbrook, and he is tackled in the backfield. That's going to be a quarterback sack. It's going to be a loss of 2. Correction, that's going to be a loss of 5.
Mystery guest just popped into the broadcast here. Team Kentucky Director Bronson Gaddy. Bronson, how you doing? Just speak loud. They'll hear you.
I'm doing good, enjoying the weekend. Great weekend.
How's Team Kentucky looking real quick?
Good, we're ready to go. Kansas City next weekend.
All right, we're just hoping for not 6 feet of snow when we get to Kansas City.
So it's Kansas City, here I come, right?
Yeah, Kansas City, here we come. All right, thank you, Bronson. Stopped by the press box delivering lunch. That's nice of him to do that for us up there.
Yeah, it really is. Gain of 2 yards. So whatever Team Black talked about in the timeout has worked so far, as they've had 2 consecutive good defensive stands here.
Yeah, as a coach, I've had to take a few of those timeouts in a day. Just look at your defense, go there, look at them, and just say, "Are we awake now?" And sometimes that's all you got to say is just, "Are we awake?" And then, sure enough, everybody's awake and alert, and all of a sudden now we're ready to play some football. But sometimes that's what it takes. Just you got to break the mold a little bit.
It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line for Team White. Receiver split each side of the field. Holbrook is flanked by a running back on each side. They do have a receiver in the slot. Holbrook drops to throw. He's getting pressured. He's going to throw it.
Just overthrew him.
Yeah, looking for Xavier Isabel from South Oldham, just over his outstretched arms.
Yeah, had an under route right there that was open, just overthrew him a little bit. He might not have gotten in the end zone. DB was right on him there, but would have definitely got it down to a third and definitely manageable to get in the end zone. But instead, we've got 4th down now here, and 4th down, you got to get it in.
So 4th and 10, 4th and goal from the 10, I should say. 1:31 on a stopped clock. 8-6 your score. Team White leading Team Black, trying to add to that lead right now. So Holbrook in the shotgun formation. Slot receiver to the right. Takes the snap, looks to throw, and he completes it. That's going to be a touchdown to number 5, Xavier Isabel. Nice route that time across the middle. Nice throw and completion, and nice catch by Xavier Isabel from number 21, Gunnar Holbrook. 14-6 your score.
Yep, definitely a nice play there, a nice scoring play right there, especially on 4th down like that. It's a good drive by the White offense there, putting points on the board here.
So 1:27, 14-6. Team White team is on the board. So again, they're going to line up and go for 2. Holbrook takes a snap, avoids one in the backfield, steps up, and he's going to take it into the end zone himself. 2-point conversion is good. With 1:27 remaining in the first quarter, your score, Team White 16, Team Black 6. We're going to step away for just a second, and we will be right back. And welcome back in to George Rogers Clark High School Cardinals Stadium here in Winchester, Kentucky. This is the Kentucky Middle School Football Association All-Star Classic. 7th grader final game of the day. 7th grade White taking on 7th grade Black, and the White team leads by a score of 16-6. Kickoff is muffed, now taken at the 15-yard line, looking for some room to run. He gets a block. It's across the 20 to the 25, out to the 30, and really makes something out of nothing. So a good return that time to set up the Black team at their own 30-yard line. $1:15 remaining here in the first quarter. See who steps in at quarterback this time. Penalty marker on the field. Looks like we might have a delay of game. No, we have an illegal substitution, looks like, against the defense. Too many men on the field. So, 16-6 your score, 115. It looks like Miles Redding from Todd County is in at quarterback right now. If that's number 6. Gain of 3 yards on the play. Sometimes differentiating between a 6 and an 8 on jerseys can be difficult. Receiver split to the far side. Give is to the second man through. He's going to get close to the first down. Looks like he's going to have yardage enough to pick that up. And that is a first down.
I'd say that's probably the last play of the quarter, maybe. We got 14 seconds and the clock winding down.
Yeah, 16-6 your score.
Yeah. I'd say we'll go to the quarter break here. And
all right, we'll take just a quick break as well, and then we'll be right back. 16-6 your score. White on top of black in the Kentucky Middle School Football Association All-Star Classic. And welcome back to Cardinal Stadium on the campus of George Rogers Clark High School. Black with the ball. Number 6, Miles Redding tosses to LaDainian Smith. He's got some running room across the 40, 35-30, and he is forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. LaDainian Smith on the run. That's a first down for Kentucky Black. So that's 2 big runs we've seen for Smith today. Miles Redding now in at quarterback from Todd County. First and 10 from the 23-yard line. Ball is on the ground. Tried to give to LaDainian Smith up the middle that time. A little miscommunication on the handoff. But Redding, presence of mind to locate the football and fall on it. It's going to be a loss of 2 yards. Second down and 12. The ball is back at the 25-yard line. Redding brings in the play. Ten seconds left on the play clock. And we've got a timeout called by Team Black. So with that, we'll take one as well. 16-6 your score, 7:31 left in the first quarter. 2nd and 12 now. Team Black with the football. Misdirection. I don't know if it was a fumbled snap again and picked up or just a busted play. But no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 12.
Yep, looks like they're trying to establish some run up the middle here, and the white defense has kind of got it clogged up there, their defensive line there. So trying to do some stuff up the middle. Everything outside's been working, so try to run some stuff up the middle and see if it works, but sometimes it does and sometimes it don't.
We'll see if they hit Smith on the end around again. Fumble snap again, but they do get it to Smith. He is being chased in the back to be hit. That's not Smith. We'll get to number 4 here in just a second. I believe that's number 25. Aiden. Number 35. That's Aiden Phillips from Webster County. That's going to bring up, it's going to be a big loss of about 8 yards. So that's going to bring up 4th down and long. The ball will be placed at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, defense had that one sniffed out a little bit. You had 3 defenders right there, waiting for something to come to that field, to the field side, to the open side of the field here, and then the 4th one coming in at the end, just nowhere to go.
So 4th and long. 6:07 on a moving clock here in the 2nd quarter. And they're in punt formation here. They'll try to pin them deep.
Not a bad call here. Like I said earlier, punts are dead. So
Oh, wow.
and that one's going to die right about the 6-inch line.
Oh, he didn't touch it quick enough. Oh, it must have hit the line. It's going to be out to the 20-yard line. Again, just young players not really understanding what's going on, the full aspect, especially on special teams, because the younger players, they're not used to the nuances of special teams. That ball could have been down at the half-inch line, but they let it roll just a little too far, and it clipped the goal line, so that's going to come out to the 20. Good idea. Actually, really good execution on the punt itself. Just trying to get the ball down a little quicker.
Yeah, I wonder if that kid punts for his team or not. Don't really know for sure, but if he doesn't, he may, coach may want to look at that because that was a pretty good spot on that punt.
All right, Team White has the football. Landon Belcher on the carry, cuts the corner. Did he stay in bounds? He stepped out back here at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, but it looked like even from here, I'm looking at through the viewfinder, through the software, and thought he stepped out right there. But still, that's a good run. It's a 1st down run, and that play's open, and I'm sure they'll be hitting that many more times throughout the game.
So 39 yards. That's going to be good for a pickup. So Landon Belcher from Artie Campbell on the big run for Team White. 16-6 your score. The give on the inside, that is Colson Eichmann. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. Thought he saw a lane, but that lane closed up very quickly as he tried to cut as soon as he got the handoff.
As soon as he planted his foot, he ran into a big black wall right there. And
so 2nd down and 10. So we approach 5 minutes remaining before halftime. Motion. Rudder still hands off to that motion. We got some running room here. Nice move. He turns the corner at the 50, 45, 40. That is number 10. Sion Khan takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. Team White. So the 6th running back to touch the ball today. 14 White, Sion Khan from Bryan Station takes it 56 yards to the end zone, and Team White increases their lead.
Yep, Mama did a player shout out for him on the Facebook page. we forgot we even still had those up. So shout out to Mama for keeping us on our toes, and now she can do another one as a all-star game touchdown.
So the 2-point conversion attempt was no good, as Rudisil was tackled in the backfield with 4:38 remaining. Your score, 22-6. We're in the second quarter. We'll be right back. Team. And welcome back to Cardinal Stadium. 22-6 your score. Team White on top of Team Black here in the 7th grade All-Star Classic. LaDania Smith on the return, takes it across the 40 down to the 41-yard line. And that's where Team Black will set up shop to begin this drive. Had a promising drive on their last possession, just stalled out once it got down inside the red zone. We'll see if they go back to the edge game now instead of trying to pound things up the middle. New quarterback into the game for Team Black. It's number 21, Caden Hubbard. He tosses it left side, and Smith is hit right as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. So our third quarterback. Third quarterback of the day for Team Black. So he gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 now for Team Black. Receiver split to the near side. Actually, Gator formation now. Shotgun. Motion, left to right. A give on that motion, and it's going to be
12.
Aiden Phillips on the carry. On the stop for Team White is Branson Bartlett from Bath County.
Yeah, Bartlett there did a good job of kind of just reaching. Saw the runner coming, reaching, just snagged enough of him to hold him up to hold him down to get to him to make the tackle. Good play there.
So 3rd and 8 now for Team Black. Again, same formation. High snap, trying to be picked up by Hubbard. He gets it picked up, but he is hit immediately and is going to be taken down by number 82, Matthew Pelfrey from Robert D. Campbell. And a fumble on the play, and is picked up by Team White. Was looking down at my roster and did not see the beanbag hit the ground.
Yeah, it looked like there he picked the ball back up, and then when he was getting in that pile and they got to him, that the ball came out while he was still stood up. And just an unfortunate event there for Black, but trying to make a play on something that happened, trying to make a play out of it, and didn't end in their favor.
So Team White looks to extend their lead even further. 22-6 your score. 2:47 remaining here in the second quarter. Evan Wexler bringing the play in this time. We'll see if he's in at quarterback or what the call is. No, it's number 21, Gunnar Holbrook, still in. Correction, yeah, Gunnar Holbrook in at quarterback. The give was to Noah Flint, and he is hit in the backfield immediately. That's going to be a loss of 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, black defense right there with their heads up, watching the play, not really following the misdirection of the backs there, and definitely there to make a good play.
Anakin Van Hoos on the stop. 14 black. He's from Johnson County.
It's all good, man. I see you down there. It's all good. You're doing a great job, Mr. Referee. We sure appreciate you. Give a round of applause for the referees. These guys never get any credit.
PA guys giving the referees a little bit of a hard time. Offense only had 10 out there. So PA guys having some fun with the refs giving it back. All in good fun. That's what this game's about here.
That's exactly right. So that is Holbrook, I believe, on the keeper.
Black defense starting to get some pressure up for the middle here.
He didn't have any place to go. No gain on that play. It's going to be 3rd and 14. So after the turnover, they've stiffened up a little bit.
Yeah, if the white offense here, I'm looking to maybe just run a spread formation here or something and try to get your linebackers outside the box a little bit and then see what you can do, get some one-on-ones on the line and see if you can open up some room here somewhere, maybe a quick slants to the middle or a quick out or something, kind of open it up. Looks like we got twins right.
One receiver to the near side. Shotgun. Holbrook looking to throw. He's got a man out there. And over the outstretched arms of number 7, Noah Jones from Hazard. He was out there.
Yeah, give him a little bit of credit. He is looking back into the sun a little bit. And the defender was right there with his hands up, so shadow of the ball there.
Yeah.
One of those things, but the play call was good. The play call was good. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here.
Yeah, timeout called by Team White, and just kind of leaked him out into the secondary area there, and he was open.
No, he definitely was open. It was the right play call, definitely, but fortunately didn't catch the ball. And again, like we said in the 8th grade game earlier, these guys only had basically one long day of practice. Timing's not down with routes and and all that kind of stuff. And you probably got some kids maybe that are slot guys playing on the outside and outside playing on slots and different things. So there's just a big learning curve with stuff like that. You see that in these type of all-star events, specifically at this level. But this is where they learn and grow. They learn and grow, and when they catch it, that's what makes it cool. We had a couple in the 8th grade getting some really good catches, and one we thought was a catch up here, but on the field they said wasn't. It was a really good play. So
yeah, great effort there.
Yeah, definitely making the effort, and now it's critical here for Black. Get a stop, get the ball back, and maybe have a short chance to score, but just keep White from scoring at this point.
So 4th down and 14, 58 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. A late addition to the field for Team White.
Looks like they're going to punt. Punts are dead, other than kind of kicking where the ball lands.
Colson Eichmann. Here's another good punt. We'll see if this one stops it. It does. It dies at the 2-yard line.
Yep. That one stopped before the end zone. The other one did not. But good kick there. So now you got 98 yards to go with.
Yeah, they forgot to start the clock on the punt, so they fixed it.
All right, so with about 48 seconds or so left.
All right, so they're going to have a long field to try to traverse in 48 seconds. But you know what? We have seen LaDainian Smith, if he can catch the edge and get turned and get vertical and go up the field, he can outrun just about everybody on that White team. So it's never out of the question that you would see a 98-yard touchdown run right here.
So I can just from experience, you never know what's going to happen. Team Kentucky several years ago, it was in the getaway game, the last game of the day. We were up by a couple scores. We decided to put our kicker out at wide receiver. We're on the 1-yard line. We get the ball back. We stop them from scoring. 1-yard line. We run a simple little bubble route. Kicker catches it. jukes the DB, and the next thing you know, 99 yards down the field, and he scores. So it was just one of those things that can happen down there.
It really can.
But I'm not sure who called that timeout, but I would assume it's probably Black that called the timeout here to just make sure, hey, let's just get out of the end zone here and not don't fumble, don't go backwards, and let's get out of our own way here a little bit, get us some room, and then we'll see what we're going to do here.
Yeah, and that's just to remind them, because like we said, this is the 7th grade game. Need reminders on the fundamentals. We saw it on the punt down here. Just didn't touch it before it got into the end zone. Sometimes those reminders are necessary, and not only at this level, but at every level. You see it in high school sometimes too. I mean, you get in the heat of the moment, and anything can happen.
How many times do you see it, even in the pros or in college? You see it, teams will call a timeout, and you know what they're saying, don't do this. And what do they come out and do?
Yep.
Exactly what they were told not to. It happens to the best of us at times.
Yeah.
No, definitely. This is it's been a good first half. White teams obviously had the momentum on their side, but black team was moving the ball to that last drive, but defensively they stopped them here from scoring.
Yeah, the 22-6 score, that's not indicative of how competitive this game has been because both teams have moved the football.
So, Blacks here, they got to get, as I said, get out of your own way here in a minute.
Just a quarterback keep.
That was like a delay. The backs never moved. That was kind of almost like a QB sneak type play where you don't have your backs or anything move, so that the linebackers, you hope they just stand up and go, what's going on, and get you 4 or 5 yards. See, now the ball's out at the other side of the 3. I would call that 4 from up here, I guess.
Wyatt Peters now back in at quarterback for 7th grade Black, and they're just going to take it to the locker room. Now they call the timeout. Timeout called by Team Black. They may try something cute here. You never know. You usually don't see it deep in your own territory, but this is an all-star classic. So
it is an all-star. You know what? On some avenues, I look at it and say you're down 2 scores. You really don't have nothing to lose, even though it's just the second quarter. You don't necessarily have anything to lose per se. Pick 6 or a fumble, and they pick it up and scoop it is the worst thing that can happen. The best thing that could happen is obviously a touchdown play. So, it would be a good time to see maybe a counter or a double handoff or something in that regards, or a good action play right here and something in the middle. Well, not convenient for the time, but you get a receiver that gets open in the middle. That can get down the field and score. But it's all depending on what you got in the playbook here.
All right, slot receiver to the near side.
Try to move the camera here, get away from this window post for everybody.
One near the sideline as well. They're going to toss it. And that is going to be taken out to the 6-yard line.
I believe Black is out of timeout, so that may be it.
Yeah, that could be the very last one. That was LaDainian Smith.
Yep, they're going over to behind the goalpost. The sideline is moving away, so I think that's going to do it for this first half.
All right, at the end of the first half, your score, Team White 22, Team Black 6. We're going to take a break and be back, take a look at some of the things that happened in the first half, and then bring you second half action. So you are watching the 2021 Kentucky Middle School Football Association All-Star Classic 7th grade game. And welcome back, everybody, to Cardinals Stadium here at George Rogers Clark High School in Winchester. We are at the beginning of the third quarter. Team White leading Team Black in the 7th grade contest of the 2021 Kentucky Middle School Football Association All-Star Classic. Kevin Conley and Adam Lampman with you for the call of this one. It's been a good game so far. Team Black really putting together some drives, Adam, but just stalling out and not able to punch it into the end zone.
Yeah, very much. Doing a little bit, but not being able to get in the end zone. But at the same time, their defense now they've been able to stop White twice. So hopefully they can get a score here and get this game closer.
The give is to LaDainian Smith, and he has a good run out to the 37-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 3. So a good start for Team Black here on this opening drive of the third quarter. Receiver split to the near side. Actually, Gator set, 2 receivers each way. Shotgun formation. Snap is back. The give
is flag on the far side.
Up the middle. And going to gain about 2. We'll see what this flag is about. That was Smith on the carry.
I think you had somebody moving on the offense. Somebody moving or a shift or something over there on that either receiver or somebody over there.
Yeah, they're asking Team White what they want. If they want the penalty or the play.
I think I'd take the penalty here. Yep.
False start against Team Black, so that pushes them back. It is going to be 2nd down and 8.
I haven't had too many of those today. Normally that's kind of the false starts and all that. You have a few of those, just timing and everything. Again, one day of 5 hours of practice, so you have those kind of different issues. But so far, not too many today.
Yeah, it's been pretty clean, both games actually, and let's hope we've not jinxed anything.
That's very true. I may have just inserted foot in mouth here, but we'll see.
A motion from right to left. The give on the motion. Coming around the side. That is hit and swallowed up at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, White's been able to do a good job defensively today of containing the outside lanes a little bit and condensing down once the players have gotten open. Black's done a good job of being able to get to the outside, but once they get there, they haven't been able to do too much. Credit the White defensive staff and the players of being able to close that gap there and keep the containment.
Travis Hodges on that last carry. Lost a yard on the play. Stop was made by number 14, Declan Duncan of North Oldham.
And they're taking a nap, I bet.
And we have a stop it. Let's see what we got. Timeout called by Team Black. So 6-11 here in the third quarter. Team White leading Team Black 22-6. Wanting to make sure that they're all on the same page.
No, definitely. It's getting critical here. You're down. Let's see. What do you got to have? You got to have 14s, 20. So you got to have 2 8s. Let's see. Yeah.
Yep, because they were stopped. Team White's was stopped on their last.
At least 2 scores. You might need 3. So you definitely. This kind of is a critical point, really, to get to the first down here and keep this drive alive.
So 3rd down and basically 10 is what they need on this next play. And they break the huddle.
I look for White defense to probably send. Looks like they might be sending maybe 16, even though they're running a trips. Yep, here he came.
So Peters gets the toss out to.
Good job, number 2.
Out to LaDainian Smith. He is caught in the backfield. Colson Eichmann in on the stop for Team White.
Yeah. He's done a good job there again on that contain on the outside. Same thing. Being able just to hold the position. And I would think here you would have to punt, but I guess then again you don't necessarily have to. And go for it right here.
Maybe try to get see if you can get 5 free yards here. They're back a little farther, though. No, they're lining up to.
You could do either out of this formation, so I'm not sure. As deep as the quarterback
Yeah,
is.
no, he is very deep. Could be a
Is he
pitch.
quarterbacking or is he punting? It looks like he's punting.
Yeah.
It's a nice kick. And it looks like he's downed right there.
Yeah, 38-yard line. So that was a 10, 20, 30, about a 30-yard punt there.
Not bad at all.
So 5:09. Team White will have their first possession of the second half. 22-6 your score. Team White on top. This is the 7th grade game in the 2021 Kentucky Middle School Football Association All-Star Classic. So once again, next week coming up, Adam, you guys are going to be heading to Kansas City for the FBU National Tournament in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Yep, Central Region Championships. This will be the first time we've went out to Kansas City. Kansas City came to us in, I guess they came to Indiana in 2018, came to us in 2019. Last year we went back to Indiana. And so it's our turn for the trip out to Kansas City at St. Pius High School out there in North Kansas City, Missouri. And, they're looking forward to having us. We're looking forward to going out there and hoping we don't have to drive through any blizzards. It can snow when we get there. I'd be cool with that. I wouldn't be mind. I said that once everybody's in on Friday, like Saturday morning, it start raining, snowing during the games, and have a nice little one of those snows, just enough to cover the field. You got to scrape your feet to find out where you are. Those kind of situations. It'd be fun to play in the snow, but I don't want to have to drive through it. I've got to drive, so I definitely don't want to have to drive through it. So. But I haven't looked at the weather forecast yet. But definitely looking forward to it. Teams finishing up practices today. Most of them should probably be getting close to wrapping up, and it'll be interesting to go. The FBU tournament season coming up.
On the play.
Taken down in the backfield.
First contact made by number 2, Nolan Flores.
Sion Khan. I believe that was, or number 15, Cannon Rudisil in at quarterback, taken down in the backfield. So that's going to be a loss of about 6 yards on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down and 8. So if Team Black can get a stop right here, they'll get the ball right back with another crack at punching it into the end zone. We're under 5, approaching 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 8. The ball is on the 40-yard line. And movement on the offensive line for Team White. That's one of those things. You know what the play call is. You know what the snap count is. Sometimes it is just about impossible for youngsters this age to be able to stand there in a stance and not jump when they hear that first signal call.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier the different voices. Not used to, they're used to their quarterback at home and his voice, and let alone imagine having you got three kids maybe potentially playing quarterback here, 3 different voices throughout the game. So trying to, you're just used to it. Believe it or not, something that simple sounds silly, but something that simple can have an effect.
Another big loss by Team White. Sion Khan is brought down in the backfield, so they have a 4th and 20 situation going on right here.
Yep. Once again, like I said, the Black defense has really they've let a couple outside runs get past them, but take away those few breakaway plays, they've really done a good job containing this White offense. But we'll see how this punt goes here.
So on to punt for Team White, number 2, Colson Eichmann. He's the young man who got the scoring started today for Team White. Line drive punt.
Bouncer.
And it's going to be picked up at the 48-yard line. So good field position for Team Black as they have their second drive of the game. 2:37 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Really need something good to happen for Team Black pretty quickly. Playing 9-minute quarters, there's not a whole lot of time for them to respond.
No, there's not when you think about it, and it's they got to put a drive together, and you got to get the first score obviously, but got to have a little bit of urgency to it now.
Turn, the give to Smith. He is hit as he crosses midfield, gets down to the 49-yard line into Team White territory.
Is that 82? 82 for White.
Matthew Pelfrey on the stop.
Hometown kid from Robert D. Campbell with the stop. 16 was in on it also, the linebacker. Evan Wexler, JCTMS.
So that's going to bring up second down. They're going to give him a gain of 3 yards on the play, so second down and 7.
We got a lot of playoff caliber teams in here. Just looking between the Northern Pulaski and the Robert D. Campbell kids, you've got a lot of kids just from that state championship game this year on the field right now.
And the gain out across the 45 to the 43-yard line. It's going to bring up third down. We're going to mark him at the 40, right in between the 43 and 44. So third down, a long one or a short two, however you want to call it. 1:10 on a running clock here in period number 3. 3rd and 2. Peters takes the snap, just hands it straight ahead, and they've got enough for the first down. As Gage Chapman from Murray was the ball carrier that time.
That was a nice carry there. Just not a lot of room for anything, but making something happen right there and knowing where the first down was to get past it.
Yep, get your shoulder pads square, get that forward lean going, and just move your feet as much as you can.
Yep.
Two backs in the backfield. The turn, the toss to LaDainian Smith, looking for a running lane. Gets it out across the 35 down to the 34-yard line. Gain of 6 yards on the play for Smith. That's probably going to do it for the third quarter. We're at 10 seconds right now. So at the end of 3 quarters of play, your score, Team Kentucky White 22, Team Black 6. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Cardinal Stadium on the campus of George Rogers Clark High School here in Winchester, Kentucky. We are beginning fourth quarter action between the 7th grade white team and the 7th grade black team in the 2021 Kentucky Middle School Football Association All-Star Classic. Team Black with the football, the give to Smith. makes one man miss, gets down to the 30-yard line, close to a first down. Depending on the spot.
They're going to say he's short.
Marking just a bit short, about a half yard short, so it brings up third down and less than a yard. So Peters takes him up to the line of scrimmage. Turns, gives to Smith. He's across the first down marker down to the 27-yard line. So they continue to move the football. First and 10, Team Black. Trailing this one 22-6. Two receivers split to the far side. High formation behind Peters. The turn, the toss to LaDainian Smith. He's got some running room. Gets out to the edge. Can he get away? No, he can't, but he's going to pick up positive yardage. And it's going to be a gain of 5. Looks like we have a penalty marker right at the 25-yard line.
I'm not sure if that's going to be a hold. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was a hold or a face mask there, just incidental face mask there on the defense. But looks like it's a hold right there, and that one's coming back.
So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So it will be first and 18 from the first and 17 from the 34-yard line. .6:57 on a moving clock. Time running out for Kentucky Team Black. They need to score, and they need to score quickly. Receiver to the near sideline. The turn, the fake, the give. They have a man in the flat. They're trying to go to him. It's complete to number 35, Aiden Phillips, down to the 30-yard line. So a short gain of 4 yards. Second down and 14.
I bet you'll see them go to that again. Flats were opener in the 8th grade game as well, and good play right there. They had a deep guy, too, on that route there that semi-covered, so, later down the road, they may need that play right there.
So 6 minutes remaining on a moving clock. 22-6 your score. Team White on top of Team Black. Abarian Dean into the ballgame now for Team Black. And they give it to Dean. And he's across the 25, down to the 22-yard line. So that is going to be a much more manageable third down situation as they mark him down at the 21. So third down and 5. They've had success running Dean up the middle today. He's a big body, number 57, wearing a lineman's number, but lining up in the backfield. So we had a timeout called by Team White. 5:26, 22-6 your score. Team White on top of Team Black. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Cardinals Stadium on the campus of George Rogers Clark High School here in Winchester. 3rd and 5 for Team Black. The turn, the gift to Dean again. He's got some running room. He dropped the football. There's a fight for it, and they're going to say that Team Black fell on it. It's going to be 4th down. Looked like he had open grass in front of him and just dropped the football. They are going to gain 3 yards, and it's going to be 4th and 2.
I don't wonder if running into that there, someone, teammate or even a defender, just knocked it out of his hand, or it's just all of a sudden he was going forward and the ball was there on the ground.
Yeah. And we have a timeout called by Team Black, and they're going to want to talk about it.
Yeah, they've got to get this 4th down, and really they've got to score here quickly. Like I said, they need 16 points to tie this up, so. Not only do they need to score, they need the 2-point conversion as well. So
they have to get into the end zone 4 times in order to tie this game.
That's true, yep. It's a tough task with just under 5 minutes to go here. But as I said earlier in the 8th grade game, right now would be a good time to run a tight end drag or something of that, some kind of crossing routes or something. Because defense is probably thinking run here. Just enough to get to the 1st down, but you're at the 19-yard line, 1st down, touchdown. Go for it right here.
Normally in a situation like this, you'd probably come out of a timeout and maybe try to go no play and then snap it after that. But we've seen that tried a couple of times today, and it's just very difficult for the young 7th graders to be disciplined enough to not jump on that first sound that they hear.
Yep. Most definitely. They look like they're coming out in a tight formation.
Yep, 1 receiver to the near side. 2 tight ends.
Nope, here's the reverse. He's got the 1st down and more. Good play call. Ooh.
He got hammered, but he got in the end zone.
Oh, a touchdown. He went over the pylon. Good play call right there.
That was Travis Hodges, I believe. If it was 22 from Florence Rebels.
Yeah, definitely good play call right there. Definitely wasn't defense. Defense went with the fake up the middle, and the reverse was there, and he just had one guy to beat. We do have a player down over here on the far side of the field. I can't tell. You got a teammate with a white and the white there, so it looks like one of the defenders is down over there.
Yeah,
took a big shot between the 2 of them there on the contact right at the pylon.
While they're attending to him, we'll go ahead and step away for just a bit, and we'll be back in just a moment. And we're back at Cardinal Stadium. Team Black just found the end zone. They need this 2-point conversion. As Peters is under center now. 2 backs behind him, 1 man in the slot. The turn. Fake the give. He's going to keep it himself. He's at the 5, and he's going for the pylon, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. So, with 4:18 remaining, your score is now 22-14. We have a 1-score game. And Team White will receive the football.
Yeah, there was 2 phases of this. The first one was get the first score in the first 2-point PAT, so that's done. Now they've got to get the ball back with what we got, just over 4 minutes left. Get the ball back and do it again.
Not sure how many timeouts they have. I know they've called at least 1.
Yeah, they have either 1 or 2 left for sure. So So, no, definitely good to see Black put together a good drive there, and now you got to get the ball back. That's the thing right now is just got to get the ball back. So we'll probably, I would assume you're going to see some version of an onside kick here. What you see, who knows anymore? There's been so many ways that teams do these type of kicks anymore that.
Yeah, you see some that try to bounce it real high, and some try to kick it right at
you. See the ones that do the little pooch it up into the corner and real fast guy go down there and get it.
Yeah, they try to hit right at between the 45 and the 40 right there.
Yeah, so definitely going to see. You see the ones where the kicker does the little bouncy thing, tries to recover it himself.
Yep.
Right there on the middle of the eye of the Cardinal. So
yeah, the middle's wide open too.
I was just thinking that the middle's open right there, but any number of things you could do.
We had too many men on the field.
Even kick off with 12,
That's
so
right.
that could always help too. So, but looks like we got one bouncing right in the way, and it's been picked up.
Oh, this could be something here. This could. Oh, he turned around. Oh, it's coming back anyway. If it was, we had
blocking the back there.
Khan on the return for Team White. There is a penalty marker on the field. We'll see what that is. If I can locate the white hat. There he is. He was in amongst the white helmets, and I couldn't see him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a block in the back from what it looked like up here.
Yeah, they're marching him backwards.
They're getting rowdy over here in the press box over here next to us. The PA guys are.
They are.
They're getting amped up for this finish is what they are.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Team White from their own 32-yard line.
If you're Black, the goal is get the ball back. If you're White, the goal is probably 1 or 2 first downs, keep the drive alive, and don't let Black have the ball back.
And timeout called by Team White as they want to make sure that they are all on the same page because they are in a little bit of dangerous territory here. They're in at their own 32-yard line. If they have a turnover or a rash of penalties pop up here, that puts Team Black in really good field position that they could take advantage of with 4:05 left in this ballgame.
Yep, they don't have room on the scoreboard now for an uh-oh play, as we say. So it's they definitely, like I said, it's for White it's about ball control and clock management, and for the Black team it's about being aggressive and nothing to lose, and let's go get the football back.
All right, so here we go. Team Black coming back out onto the field on defense. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side. He's got a man open, and here's a big play coming. Across the 40, 45, 50, and that goes to number 10, Sion Khan on the pass completion, and they're going to mark him down at the 48-yard line. So a big first down play that time.
Yeah, give the quarterback credit there. He hung into the pocket with pressure coming and took the hit, but was able to dump the ball off there. And overall, just a good play right there. That's the chain movers and drive alivers right there is what that is.
Gunnar Holbrook is the quarterback that is in there right now for Team White. So that gives them a little breathing room. Didn't run. It only ran 10 seconds off the clock, but it did get them out of their own territory. Oh, and it's a little pressure that time. Number 2, Jaden Garrett gets into the backfield and caused some havoc that time. That's the play that they could not have afforded back at their own 32-yard line.
No, very true right there. Just got some penetration through the line and just kind of muffled everything up, and so. The negative of that for the White team is that they went a little backwards. The positive is the clock is moving.
It is moving.
So
3:25 22-14 your score. It is now 2nd and 17. The ball is placed on the 45-yard line.
We got
Same thing again.
We got some movement on both sides of the ball, so pick one. No, I'd say that was an offside or false start on the offense.
Yeah, false start. 5 more yards. Take it back to the 40. This is exactly what we said. That clock does run, though, because even on the penalty, it was running on the play before, so it will resume when the ball is spotted, and it is running right now. Second down and 22. Snap is back. Good. He's caught in the backfield. That was Colson Eichmann.
Black defense coming up big there. Stuffed up the middle. They've done a good job most of the game clogging anything up in the middle. White's had to get out of the side to do anything. But good thing it's a good defensive play. It pushes them back. Bad thing, tick-tock, tick-tock.
Keeps moving. Third down and 22 now. Correction, 24. They get the stop. If they get the stop on this play, you probably see Team Black stop the clock here with a timeout.
I would agree with that.
Two receivers near side, two far side. 5 seconds on the play clock. Snap is back, dropping, looking to throw, and is it a fumble or incomplete pass? They're going to say it's a fumble. It's picked up by Team Black, and he's going to take it into the end zone. What a play!
Well, now it gets interesting.
They said his arm was not moving forward, and that it was a fumble. And there are no replays in 7th grade middle school football. Travis Hodges from the Florence Rebels, I believe, took that in for the score. And now they'll use that timeout. They want to pull out the perfect 2-point conversion play here.
They need to use the timeout here. They need this 2 points right here. Well, like I said earlier, that one thing you can't have, no room for the uh-oh play, and we just had the uh-oh play. So, but looked like a good play there on the defense, and now it gets interesting, Kevin.
It really does. 2-point conversion really needed here. 22-20 your score, a minute 49 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and what had been a dominant performance on the scoreboard by Team White. We now have an opportunity for this thing to be tied up. Trying to find the perfect play in the playbook. We'll see how deep they go into the playbook. Probably not very deep because these guys have had one practice together.
All right, so Kevin, let me ask you, what are you running here? What do you run?
I'd probably repeat the 2-point conversion play that worked last time.
Yeah, I was thinking that anything up the middle, I think, is going to be a little clogged because they're going to be looking for that. So it's kind of like what counter trap option. You got any trap option with these kids? Some of these kids probably never block trap on the line.
Probably not.
But
I tell you, they do have a Barry and Dean in there at fullback, and when he's been in the game, they have gone up the middle.
Do you have him blocked? Do you have him just bruise his way in there? They seem to be running a tight formation with the receiver to the right side, so we'll.
You've got 35 split. Well, he's leaning to the left, so this may be an end around. Nope, they give it to Dean. Barry and Dean walks into the end zone.
Good call, Coach, right there. Good job. Good job, Black team there, and
we're tied at 22.
Now we have a game. I'll update the score here.
Clock is running, though, and it shouldn't. No, they got it down to a minute 45. Okay.
Minute 45 left. Tie ball game. So, as we like to say, let's just start over with a minute 45 left. Now it gets interesting. we'll take a shout out here. Excuse me. To a few fans sitting over here. Smile, everybody. Sitting over on the visitor sign. That was in the shade earlier today. Now they have the hot seat in the sun. In the sun, but they're looking in the sun. But shout out to the what looks to be, I don't know what, 8 of you or so over there. You're on the internet now. You're famous now.
Yeah, if you are watching and you know any of those folks over there, type their names into the chat box there on Facebook.
All right, now if you're the black team, kick this puppy deep. Kick it away, though. Kick it away from them to allow your team to get down there.
Oh, they're going for it again.
They're going for it again.
Ooh. And it's loose.
I believe White has that.
And they do have it. The official on the far sideline gave the signal that White had it. So, yeah, it got interesting really quickly.
Yeah, that ball took a hop and died and was right. Really, that's what you want. And the kid that recovered it is walking with a bit of a limp on the way back. I understand that. Probably the most dangerous position in a football game right there is the kid that's recovering the quick kick right there, because it's basically prepare to get nailed.
That's right, and you're on the ground and you're defenseless.
Yeah, turn your back and curl on the ball, as you see him do a lot of the time. So,
yeah, all right. That was a good play by Noah Flint. I believe he was the young man that recovered that.
So if you're White, what has worked in the past is to get outside. It is what's worked. That's what you have to go back to. If you're the black team on defense, you've got to stop everything on the outside, but not get burned up the middle.
Rudisill back in at quarterback this time. They toss it out to Sion Khan, looking to get to the outside, and he can. He's swung down by his jersey at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, black number 22 there. Who is that? That's Travis Hodges.
He's the one that scored the touchdown on the fumble a few plays ago. All over the field on defense right now.
Yeah, good job there covering in space of just kind of keeping the contain. You know, the big thing, corners, DNs, that's your big thing in times like this is just keeping the contain. Hold it up for your teammates. But that right there, he stayed with it and definitely saved that from getting anything more than just a couple yards.
All right, 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Rudisill takes the snap, throws it over the middle, and it's complete. And he's still on his feet.
He broke free.
Sion Khan down the sideline at the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Team White. He took a hit, managed to stay on his feet.
What is his name? Sion Khan!
PA guy getting a little excited there. That really was a base play right there, right across the middle. He got time for it, and he was able to break away that one tackle. And White team here with the quick score. You know, again, they've been trouble. If they've been out in the open field, they've been trouble. So,
how eerily similar is this game to the first game where they score and tie it up, and then immediately the other team who had been leading the entire contest comes back and scores again?
Response.
3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side, 2-point conversion. This is actually critical. Rudisill with the football. He's not going to get it. So 28-22, 44.8 seconds remaining in this one. We'll see what Team Black can do.
So now, Team Black, you're going to get the ball. Well, assuming they don't try to do an onside kick here, but now you've got to get the ball, and now you've got to score quickly, which is, well, they've been able to score. Scoring quickly, they haven't necessarily been able to do. So now let's see what you can do.
Game of note, especially in Central Kentucky, probably in the NFL. Cincinnati is absolutely throttling Pittsburgh right now, 41-3. With 13:10 left in the fourth quarter. Joe Mixon, 165 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's not bad. I know I know there's some Steeler people in the Bluegrass, and I'm sorry, and there's the Bengal people are happy, and we have a lot of Raiders fans. Shout out to Coach Mattingly there in Williamsburg, big Raiders fan, but in the area. But it's definitely good to see Cincinnati back on somewhat of a competitive, winning. I won't necessarily say winning, but competitive, faction in the NFL. And but Look, we may be close to them here shortly if we keep this up scoring that many points.
Yeah, that's exactly.
We could go into a score fest here.
So 44.8 seconds remaining.
White's got to be careful how they kick this because just like in the 8th grade game, returning that kickoff, it's about response here.
And they're going for the onside kick.
Dribble kick. That's probably a smart move there. Kick it to that second line of people there on the return that don't normally return it. And offense for Blacks hurrying up out onto the field. Urgency. 42 seconds left.
28-22 your score. Team White leading Team Black.
Got to get it in the end zone. Got to get it there quick. We'll see if 7th grade Black practiced any 2-minute drill, or in this case 42-second drill yesterday in practice.
2 receivers each way. Snap. Looking to throw. He's getting pressure. Now he takes it and run. It's complete.
Ooh, nice hit.
Whoa, what a tackle. It's complete out to the 49-yard line.
Give credit to the Black. Give credit to the
clock. Yeah.
To the Black offensive line there for once the QB kind of rolled out, shifting a little bit, making sure that he had a little bit more time to make that play. But we've got a player down here. Looks like.
Yeah, it's the receiver. He took a big hit at the 49. Hopefully it's a situation like it was in the end zone down here on the last play. Maybe just got the
air knocked out of him, yeah.
That was a high hit. I was wondering if a penalty marker was going to come out on that.
No, it looked pretty clean from up here. I mean, he was runner was running tall, so yeah, he's sitting up. He's up 2 feet. So, yeah, that looked like it was just his lungs got to catch up with some air after that one.
Travis Hodges, I believe that's number 22. So that's Mr. Hodges again. Made the big play on defense over here, scored the touchdown a few plays ago as well. So Black team hurrying out on offense here. 2 receivers far side, 1 in the slot to the near side.
25 seconds on the clock. They've got to probably sub in for Hodges here, I'm sure. Looks like another receiver coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, Gator's set now. Clock is moving. Motion. Oh, we had offside. We'll see if this is a free play or not. Pass is complete to number 15. He's coming to the outside. That is Cameron Bonds, and he does not get out of bounds. Nope, I'm going to stop the clock.
Yeah, there should be about 6 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, they're going to stop it for the first down and then mark it, and it will start then.
12 seconds.
Yeah, the referees are saying about 12 seconds. They've got to have enough time to move the chains.
Yeah.
So they'll have time if they hurry up and they're set to. Are they saying he was out of bounds? Nope.
They're going to start it. So team, go ahead and run it. They may try to clock it here.
No, I think they got to run the play.
Throwing deep. Oh, off the hands of a White defender, but that is going to do it. Had a man out there, just didn't have enough on it to get to where the route was run to. So your final in the 2021 7th grade Kentucky Middle School Football Association All-Star Classic. Your final, Team White 28, Team Black 22.
Yeah, so stay tuned. We'll have our head coaches awards here in a minute and our offensive and defensive MVPs once the teams get settled from handshakes and all the post-game stuff.
So we're going to step away for just a minute, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to Cardinal Stadium on the campus of George Rogers Clark High School here in Winchester, Kentucky. We are at the conclusion of the 7th grade game where Team White defeated Team Black by a final score of 28-22.
Yeah, good. We've had 2 good games today. This one thought was going to be a lopsided one, and then turned into a thriller here at the end. And but White prevailed there, and good hard game by all these 7th grade kids out here, and
absolutely.
We'll see probably most all these kids back for Battle of the Regions in the spring, towards the end of March.
And we're waiting now on the offensive and defensive players of the game.
And the head coach for Team White, Mr. Justin Thomas.
Team White head coach Justin Thomas, coaches at Greater Crossings High School.
Congratulations to Justin Thomas, the head coach for Team
And I think we're missing a plaque
Football fans.
out in the car. Luckily, the car's right outside the gate. The gate's right underneath the stands. So now we've got a little bit of a delay. Now we probably gave the wrong coach the wrong thing. Yeah, these kind of things happen. PA guys trying to get the few remaining fans that haven't already skirmished mom and dads down onto the field in the track already, getting ready to storm the field.
That one sounded jumbled. You're going to have to say it again. Here we go. Try it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it that time. Got it. All right, let's check out the offensive MVPs. First for the Black Squad. Who you got? 1, 2, 3.
I think he's doing a verbal shout out on who the fans think the MVP should be.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing.
The fans seem to be cooperating in good fun here while we're on a delay. Oh, looks like we're back with the.
That was quick.
Your Black team, 7th grade defensive MVP, representing Florence, wearing number 56, Mateo Granado.
So the defensive MVP for the 7th grade Black team, number 56, Mateo Granados from Florence Rebels.
And the Black team, offensive MVP, out of Campbellsville, wearing number 7, Latania Smith.
And your offensive MVP from Campbellsville, number 7, LaDanian Smith.
Definitely a good effort by Mateo and Smith today for the Black team.
Yes.
Defensive MVP, out of Southern Pulaski, wearing number 2, Colson Eichmann.
Colson Eichmann, your defensive MVP for Team White.
Colson Eichmann, the defensive MVP. And I'm pretty sure we all just said this name. The offensive MVP, 7th grade White, out of Bryan Station. Say it with me, number 10, C.R.
And your offensive MVP for 7th grade Team White, number 10, from Bryan Station, Sion Khan.
Definitely 2 good squads here today in this 7th grade game. Glad to see. We're always glad when we can have competitive games and try not to have blowouts, but sometimes that happens. But you got a lot of kids that probably play different positions than what they're used to, accustomed to at home. But we see a lot of that more and more though with just the true athletes that they play multiple roles and places, and come in here and just play together the all-star game and build the bonds and stuff. I know I was over here for lunch yesterday, and the teams were all kind of intermingled together, and everybody just getting to know each other and making new friends and making new frenemies to some point. Friends, except when we're going to see you on Friday nights or maybe next season for some of them. But definitely a good 7th grade game, good 8th grade game too today.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the cool things, all of the players that are on the field here, when they go back home, they are the best players on their team. And this is probably one of the first times that they have stepped onto a football field and participated on a team to where they had a team full of other players that were just as good, if not better, than they are. So not only is it a good bonding experience, it's a good humbling experience for some of these players as they step into a wider pool and a deeper pool of talent and competition.
No, absolutely. It's one of those things that they get to see who might be a little bit better than them, what they need to work on, and different things of that nature. But it's all around a good experience for that. That's one thing I say about our tryout process when we do that. Yeah, we're trying to pick kids for these different teams, but it's also a one-day practice to kind of do a state of the union, if you will, on yourself. Mm-hmm. Self-evaluation of where you're at your position, or the position you think you're at, and maybe you should be somewhere else, or those kind of things. So definitely, players seem to have had a good weekend. Coaches are talking to them now. I do like the fact that this is just one of my things, that the parents have stayed kind of on the track and on the sideline, and let the coaches talk to these kids just for a minute, and decompress, as I like to say, decompress after a game for a minute, and then it's going to be picture time with mom and dad and everybody else, and everybody's going to go home after a long Thanksgiving weekend and maybe get a little bit of rest and
get ready for Christmas.
And I'm getting ready for Kansas City, so. The season keeps on continuing.
There you go. Well, once again, your final. Team White, this is a 7th grade game, 28. Team Black, 22. In the 8th grade game earlier today, your final was Team Blue, 13. Team Gray, 7. Adam, I appreciate the opportunity to come down here. I always enjoy calling these games, and it was good to be back today.
Yep, great having you. We appreciate everything you do for us as an association, doing these games in PA and whatever step in we need, and appreciate you having it. Beautiful weather today. Glad to see that. A little windy. We don't have to feel the wind in the press box, obviously, here. But the flag has shown us all day that it's been windy, but the sun's been shining, and I haven't seen very many clouds today. And so safe travels to everyone that's going home. Safe travels and happy holidays to everybody that's on the watching the broadcast. And Team Kentucky is in Kansas City next weekend, and we'll be in Battle of the Regions mode in the spring, and those rosters will be announced in January. And on to the next event, as we say. On to the next one.
On to the next, that's right. For Adam Lampman, I am Kevin Conley from George Rogers Clark High School and Cardinal Stadium. This has been the 2021 Kentucky Middle School Football Association All-Star Classic. Have a good day, everybody.